Hey everybody, it's finally time to see the results of my rice and intention experiment. Also, apples and intention. Now, I've done this test before with amazing, mind-boggling results, but I've added a few more details. First, though, let's do the original experiment, the rice. So, I cook rice, put them in jars, I'll cook it all in the same container, clean out the jars, then put the rice, divide it into 3 containers, and then I label the containers negative, blank, and positive. And I say nice things to the nice one, I say negative things, I talk mean to it and tell it how much I don't like it to the mean one, and then I just ignore this one. And I tried to remember to go back every day, but I forget. So I did it for maybe a couple of weeks, and then I came back a few times. But let's open these and see if there are any differences in the rice. Now, everything that my conventional public schooling has taught me, and I love me some science, is that talking to rice should have absolutely no effect whatsoever. Let's see what happens. So here's the positive rice. The last time I did this one popped, but I think this is cold enough that oh, it did. It went psh. Nice. That is a nice smell. It's I don't know what to compare it to. It's a good fermenty smell. If you don't like if you don't like any fermented foods, then you wouldn't like this smell. So it's not universally appealing. It's not like grape soda or something. Nice. Okay. So talk nice to it. The little microbes in there had nice things to say back. Here's the one that I ignored. And on the experiments I've seen online, the ignored one is the one that's the worst. For me, though, the ignored one has always been in the middle. We'll see. No whoosh. Okay, I can smell it. It's got a bad smell. It's not as bad as the other rice experiment that I've done. Okay, it didn't burn my nose hairs off. Not pleasant. Here's the one that I talked mean to, you big old dummy. And no whoosh. Was there a little whoosh? I don't think there was a whoosh. This is all brown rice, by the way. The other time I used white rice. I don't know if that makes any difference. No whoosh. In fact, it was stuck down. Ooh. It's not nearly as bad as the other time I did this experiment. The other time I did it, it went a long time. And I started this one, I'll put the date on the screen right here. Okay, that is not awful. That's not as bad as it was. Okay, but if I compare the positive rice and the negative rice, fermenty smell. Okay. The difference is not nearly as big. The first time that I did this, where I really let it go, I think I really talked to the rice more, it was the difference in day and night. Now, we're going to test long distance intention. I have 2 jars of rice that I put on the internet for people to talk to these. And so I never said anything to these, but I had other people send their intentions. And the whoosh. There's that fermenty smell again. There's definitely been a lot of action in there. Let's see if people online were more consistent with talking mean to the rice than me. Well, that one might have had a little whoosh. No, it didn't. It's locked down. It smells kind of like socks. Online, when I see this experiment done, the good rice is usually real bright and the bad rice is like turning all black and nasty. I've never had that happen. Now here's another one I've been experimenting with, a new one for me, well, kind of new. Apples. I did the same thing with apples. Well, I didn't cook them. I sliced one apple into thirds, but otherwise did the same experiment. I tried to do this one before once, and I had a bunch of students say kind things or think kind things or say mean things to the apples. And I had the kind apple turn brown while the other ones stayed more white. And I thought, well, maybe something went wrong. But as I've done this again, now let me see. they've all kind of turned brown now, but towards the beginning, the positive apple turned brown and the others stayed white for a long time, and I wonder if that has something to do with oxidation or natural decomposition process. I don't know. I think that I will take the seeds out of these apples and put them in a seed tray and see which ones sprout more, so that may be a follow-up later on. Okay, happy apple. Whoa! That smelled like apple juice. When you, every one of them that has had positive intention has had air pressure from the microbe, the, I don't know, yeast or bacteria. That apple smells really good. It looks kind of brown, but it smells nice. That is a good smelling apple. It smells like apple juice. Here's the ignored apple. Oh, the ignored apple had a pop too, so maybe these will all have pops. It smells appley, but there's kind of another foul taste, foul smell in the background, and the apple smells not nearly as strong. That smells super appley. This one, I can smell an apple and something in the background. And here's our negative apple. Had a pop too. That may just be a thing that apples do. It's not awful. It's not like the first time I did the rice experiment where it just burn your nose hairs off, but it might have a bit of apple scent left, but it's got this kind of a rot smell with it. So yeah. Why don't you try the experiment out? All you have to have are some apples or some rice or something, put it in a jar and start talking to it, and see if you get the same results or different.